Hello everyone, welcome back to Joe's World of Entertainment. Welcome to my channel if this is your first time tuning in. We are now moving on into part 5 of my 500 subscriber special, in which this time I'm going to be showing you all my MGM UA and New Line Cinema VHS tape collections. As you can see, I've got a few titles to show you here. I know there's not a lot to show, but this is all I have for right now. I'm going to try to get some more of the MGM UA and New Line Cinema VHS tapes in the future. In the meantime, I'm going to be showing you all my MGM UA VHS tapes first in alphabetical order, and then I'll show all my New Line Cinema VHS tapes afterwards. So without further ado, let us get started. The first tape I'm going to show you all is All Dogs Go to Heaven, part of the MGM Family Entertainment Collection, a Don Bluth film, from the director of The Secret of Nim, An American Tale, and The Land Before Time. I got this at a book sale last year in October. I've had this tape for quite a while. I have not watched this movie yet, but I will eventually. I did watch a little bit of it, actually. Colleen Hartree of Syndicated Parent Film Reviews called this movie an enchanting and delightful film, highly recommended for whole family viewing. Alright, I'll go ahead and show the tape itself. Here's what it looks like. It's got an ink label with no print date. Alright, up next I've got Ian Fleming's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, also part of the MGM Family Entertainment Collection, presented by Albert R. Broccoli, with Dick Van Dyke, Sally Ann Howes, and Lionel Jeffries. It's THX certified, THX digitally mastered for superior sound and picture quality, I got this at Savers in February earlier this year. This is the commemorative 30th anniversary edition. Alright. Here's what it looks like. It's also got the ink labels with the later print date of August 17th, 1999. I have not watched this movie yet either, but I will eventually. Up next I have Fled. This tape came in a blank case. I got this at the Facebook Marketplace in August. This is also one of the tapes that came in a bin of VHS tapes for free. Here's what it looks like. No print date. And I have not put in this tape yet either, but I will eventually as well. Alright. Up next I have Get Shorty with John Travolta, Gene Hackman, Rene Russo, and Danny DeVito. The mob is tough, but it's nothing like show business. I got this at the Facebook Marketplace in August as well. I got it at the same time I got the widescreen presentation of Air Force One, The Pelican Brief, My Cousin Vinny, and Rising Sun. Siskel and Ebert gave this movie 2 thumbs up, and New York Newsday called it the most flat-out enjoyable movie of the year. Directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, who also directed Men in Black, which I do have. I did watch a little bit of this movie, but I have not finished the rest yet, but I will eventually. Here's what the tape looks like. It's got a sticker label. It's also got a Hollywood Video sticker on the bottom label. Alright. This is a former Hollywood Video rental. Up next, I have David O. Selznick's production of Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind. Winner of 10 Academy Awards, including 1939 Best Picture. This was another college graduation gift that my cousin's then girlfriend gave me as well, back in May of 2023, along with My Fair Lady. Kenneth Turin of the Los Angeles Times says, without serious rivals as America's most popular film, enormous in every way. This came in a video 2-pack, as you can see. Here's what the tape looks like for part 1. Here's the first one. Here's the ink label. With 2 print dates, September 22nd, 1998, and on the bottom, it's printed September 17th, 1998. And here's part 2. I have not watched this movie yet either, but I will eventually. Next, I have The Princess Bride, also part of the MGM Family Entertainment Collection, a Rob Reiner film starring Robin Wright. I got this at Savers in August. I actually did watch this movie a long time ago on Disney Plus with a friend of mine back in January of 2023. It's a pretty good movie, actually. Joel Siegel of ABC TV says, "It's thrilling, exciting, very funny, and absolute magic. Don't miss it." This movie is a classic. Here's what the tape looks like. It's got a print date of January 8th, 1998. Printed one day before my brother's birthday. And what's weird is that this movie opens with the 20th Century Fox logo instead of the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer logo. Up next, I've got Singin' in the Rain, part of the MGM Musicals collection with Gene Kelly, Donald O'Connor, and Debbie Reynolds. I got this. This is another college graduation gift from my cousin's then girlfriend as well. Roger Ebert gave this movie 4 stars, and he says that it's the greatest Hollywood musical ever made. And Pauline Kael says Singin' in the Rain is the most enjoyable of all American movie musicals. I haven't watched this movie yet either, but I'm going to. Here's what the tape looks like. Ink label with a print date of May 27th, 1999. Alright, and that does it for my MGM UA VHS tapes. Now we're moving on to the new Line Cinema VHS tapes, starting with Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery with Mike Myers. Very, very funny. If he were any cooler, he'd still be frozen, baby. I got this at a thrift store back in October of 2019. I've had this tape for quite a while. I did used to own a copy of this tape before, but I ended up donating it, and I found a new copy. Siskel and Ebert gave this movie 2 thumbs up. Jeffrey Lyons of WNBC TV News says it's hilarious. And Janet Maslin of the New York Times called it hip and funny. Yeah, this is a pretty funny movie. I've loved watching this movie for a very long time. Here's what it looks like. It's got a sticker label with a print date of December 8th, 1997. I have not watched the sequel or the 3rd movie yet, but I might watch those movies later on. Yeah, this is a classic film. I've loved watching this movie for a long time. I haven't watched this movie in a while, though. Up next, I've got Dark City with Rufus Sewell, Kiefer Sutherland, Jennifer Connelly, and William Hurt. From the director of The Crow. They built the city to see what makes us tick. Last night, one of us went off. Sets a bold new standard for science fiction. Got this at the Facebook Marketplace as well. This also came in a bin of VHS tapes for free. Siskel and Ebert gave this movie 2 thumbs up. Mason Wood of CBS TV called it an eye-popping visual feast. And Marshall Fine of Gannett Newspapers called it a frightening dream, a dizzying trip. And Roger Ebert of Siskel and Ebert says Dark City is an astonishing visual and dramatic triumph. I haven't watched this movie yet either. Here's what the tape looks like. It's got an ink label with a print date of February 5th, 1999. Alright, and last but not least, I've got The Mask with Jim Carrey, From Zero to Hero. Fantastic fun. I've had this tape for quite a while. I got this at a thrift store back in March of 2012. I got it at the same time I got SpongeBob SquarePants Nautical Nonsense. David Sheehan of CBS TV Los Angeles says, marvelously inventive comic entertainment, wonderfully wacky. I did used to own a copy of this tape before a long time ago, but I ended up donating it. It didn't come with a case back then. Here's what the tape looks like. No print date. It's party time! P-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta. It's actually been a while since I've seen this movie. Alright, and that does it for part 5 of my 500 subscriber special. That does it for my MGM UA New Line Cinema VHS tape collections. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys for the 6th and final part of my 500 subscriber special, in which I will be showing you all my 20th Century Fox DVD collections, so be sure to tune in for that.